going on, you guys? We are live in the studio, 101 TKO Radio. It is the mail room, you guys. The mail room. Listen, I need you all to go on to 101TKORadio.com and tune in. We are streaming live from StreamYard, but of course, I have to mute the music on StreamYard because, Facebook and everybody else be tripping on me. So yeah, tune in right now. You can tune in right now. If you want the visual, you can tune in on the Facebook and the YouTube. So how's it going, LaRon? I got my friends in the building. I got LaRon and Nelson on the ones and twos. How you doing, LaRon?
Ah,
Somebody
long week,
flashing
long week,
cameras
long
on.
week.
What you say, LaRon?
Long week, long week.
Long week.
Yeah, yeah. I had at work, working for. I didn't think working for belts could be hard.
You encountered
Pe-
folks.
Man, people crazy, bro.
Yeah, they are. They are crazy. People are like that's the reality for real. They are.
Yeah.
What's been the craziest encounter this week?
Um, there's a lot of folks with relationship issues, and you know me, I be counseling. I be counseling customers
While on
at
the
work.
job, look, we're gonna need you to start charging.
Charge
Start charging
Sorry.
a minute with LaRon. Hey, I feel you on that. I feel you. It has been a
Yeah,
crazy week.
it's just feeling folks' energy and a quick um, uh, sample of an issue. A person came to look for some shoes for a funeral. Basically, the third family member within so many months died.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I love these shoes. I know I already have a pair of these shoes. I feel like my sister had because I wore them on the previous
Right.
um, funeral and whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these shoes. And she had to actually leave and then come back. And so, long story short, I'm out minding my business, gonna go drop a return off for uh, return for Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And I catch the lady going in the cold, and I'm like, hey, I hope you went back and got those shoes. She's like, you know what, I did.
Can you
But as
turn
soon as I
the
got home, my
volume up?
sister was like, "Ooh, I like those shoes." Now she got them, and I'm like, girl, you better go back and get them shoes. I'm like,
Right.
no, well, you know how close families are and stuff. I just went ahead and let her get them. Like, she got the other shoes. You better start saying no to these folks.
Right.
And I get close family or not. You already got one pair of my shoes already, and I just went and bought the same pair of shoes
Right.
for like $60 some dollars. I ain't gonna let you get these shoes. Yeah, so yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah, folks are crazy. That indeed. I mean, I will not deny. It's been a crazy week on my end. Last week, my car went out. The water pump.
What?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, the water pump. It was one of them weeks. Like you just adulting is like, okay, this is adulting, and you just have to, Yeah, I didn't
Right,
even take a
right.
drink this week. That's how I just went on to sleep. I didn't drink. Me and Stella didn't have a connection.
What?
Yeah, I was like, let me just go to sleep.
So, so life gave you a couple of shots, huh?
Yeah, man, listen, it's funny when you little, you be like, I can't wait till I get grown. I can't wait till I do this, and then you be like, man, like, come on. But I thank God that I made it here. See, I am driving Chef's Big Blue. That right there is an adventure. Big Blue. It's a heavy Chevy.
you having you having fun?
I'm like it's heavy, right? Compared to my little car. It is heavy, so I'm like, okay. And then my seat is all the way up to the steering wheel because he
Oh my
leans
God, you
back,
drunk?
so I gotta pull up. So I'm way up in the front, right? And I'm driving because I don't want nothing to happen to this Big Blue. Thank you, Chef, for letting me borrow Big Blue. He was like, "How far you gotta drive? How where?" I'm like, I'm in a slow lane. I am not doing anything. Anybody driving a heavy Chevy, and I'm like pressing down. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is really like it's a big truck, and so I'm just like, and I don't have my Bluetooth in there. Like nothing is connected. So now I gotta feel my way around. Gotta, I, yeah. But I thank God for it. I thank God for my backup. Thank you, Chef. I appreciate you. He talk about something. Be quiet. That heavy Chevy. But
You
I
better
used to
start
have
driving
a
that truck
Chevy,
more often.
huh?
Start driving that truck more often, man. Take it out every once in a while, at least once a week.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to because it's literally like driving a foreign car to me. Like I'm driving a foreign car, but his heavy Chevy is foreign to me. I have not driven a Chevy in I don't know how long. Like I used to have
Wow.
a Trailblazer, but back in the day, but that wasn't as heavy as the Tahoe that he has. So it's like, whoo, a heavy Chevy. So you literally got to push down on the accelerator.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, a week of adulting with the mailroom has been an adventure this week. It has been an adventure. Listen, what we got going on today? We got our special guest coming in. We're still
Okay.
talking about entrepreneurship and
Okay.
you had an event last week, right?
Yes,
You
at
and
the
Lisa, how did it go?
we went to the Jimmy Carter thingamabob in Plains, Georgia.
Okay.
It was the Hispanic Heritage um, Festival.
Okay.
Uh, we did okay.
Mhm.
We did okay. Probably
Okay.
would have done better if the soccer team showed up and they had a tournament they were supposed to be doing for the kids,
Mhm.
and a tournament they were supposed to be doing for the adult soccer.
Okay.
Some of the kids showed up and none of the adult teams showed up, and they was trying to contact the people and the dude wouldn't answer his phone. They have a train that comes through those couple of cities that are like side by side, and that's where we got most of our sales from. It was the people coming off the train. It was pretty cool. It was cool enough to where they really wanted us to be a part of it
Okay.
and try and make it an annual event. And they
Mhm.
want to be part of setting it up and stuff. So thinking about doing
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
it.
Y'all moving.
Yeah. Networking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
networking,
yeah.
and that's what we're going to be talking about today with as entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship, that whole life. We have special guest Lemon 52 that will be in the building, and that's what I want to chop it up like the good, bad, and ugly of entrepreneurship because social media have you thinking like you're making them eight
Right.
figures.
No, that's why
and
I'm at Melt right now. Cause that's the
in the
ugly.
next day after you step out on faith and step into your dreams. So it's like
Hmm.
no, that the reality
Yeah.
is stuff just be it just as an entrepreneur, man, like it doesn't um it doesn't equal up, so
You have to put you have to put a lot of self years in it and self money in it before it becomes a baby to where it's taking care of you.
yeah.
You have and I'm not saying this to knock anybody that wants to jump into it. You do have some people that jump into it and they explode.
Yeah, yeah,
You
right,
know, and so I can't say that that can't happen.
right,
It's it's just I'm realizing that for those people that step out and they just explode,
Yeah.
I can expect from me to do that. Not
Yeah.
saying I wouldn't mind it to happen, but if you go in thinking like how social media have you thinking, then yeah, it's a chance that you're going to fail, you're going to quit, you're
Yeah.
not going to want to do it.
You're right.
Um, Something I learned working at Belts, a lot of people, we were working like on the skeleton crew, and a lot of people coming in and they're like, oh my God, y'all ain't got no workers. You know, what's going on? I've never seen belts like this before.
Right.
But I try to explain to them one thing COVID did. I explained this to a lot of folks. One thing that COVID did, especially for me as well, it just showed,
Yeah.
I want to say mainly the black community, that we don't have to work for corporate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's a lot of people, and they chalk it up as and nobody wants to work.
Right.
You're
Right.
right. Not for corporate because y'all don't care.
Right.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
can fire me at any given time.
Yep.
You know, I don't put in what 30 years in this job. I don't
Yeah.
gave you my blood, sweat, and tears. I've missed every single family event just to
Yeah.
make sure y'all going on y'all Vegas trips and all this for you to come and tell me, we're thinking about bringing in some young legs.
Right. Right.
Ain't
Right.
got no pension,
Yeah.
no insurance, and you want me to go home and do what? So,
Yeah, it's a lot. It really is a lot. I mean, and then
yeah,
I've had people say, "Well, you shouldn't have quit your job or whatever," and I'm like, it's not that I wanted to quit my job or resign, or in my case, retire early, but I had to for health reasons because, like you said, you find yourself pouring into somebody else's job and not your
same
dream.
point.
When you're a
Yep.
and it's nothing wrong if you're a 9 to 5er. That's good. Like, because we
Yeah.
need both. We need entrepreneurs and we
Yeah.
need the 9 to 5ers or whatnot. So there's nothing wrong with that. But when you have a passion and you have that dream and it's burning a hole in you, you
Hmm.
have to step out there. But it is, you make those sacrifices. And for me, I come from a
Yeah.
family of entrepreneurs. So it's like, it's literally like in my blood, in my DNA, like,
But yeah.
so I can't like stop and just not do anything. So we're gonna talk about that with our guests and just throughout the broadcast. But listen, I need y'all to go on to 101tkoradio.com and tune in. And of course, if you're visually watching us on StreamYard on the Facebook page, we have to mute the music so social media won't shut me down again or whatnot. But listen, we're gonna take us a quick song break, and when we come back, we will jump right in with our guests, and we will get to chopping this up. So stay connected. 101 TKO Radio .com. We'll be right back. And we are back, you guys. We are live in the studio, 101 TKO Radio, and the
Woo-hoo.
mail room, y'all. Listen, so a couple of people asked me, can they, am I selling badges? Listen, I don't know how to set up the badges. I thought it was automatically. Thank y'all so much for wanting to send badges to support. Give me to today, and I'm gonna set that up. I guess I have to set up a link. So thank y'all so much for wanting to support me in the mailroom. We are on a mission. It is because again, this is a platform for not just our black male. It is for my black men and to give them a voice, but it's also for the community and so forth. And we have so much that's going on. So thank y'all so much for wanting to support. Make sure you tune in to 101 TKO Radio for the music and get the full experience of 101 TKO Radio and the mailroom. So thank y'all so much for. I feel so loved. Oh my goodness, I feel so loved. Like that means a
Yeah, I
lot.
know that you can do like stars. Yeah, folks can send stars and stuff.
On Facebook, or I know badges on Instagram, stars on Facebook.
Okay, I don't know about the badges on Instagram, but I know the Facebook because I just turned my star things on Facebook.
Oh, okay. So I got some work to do when I get back home. And that's what our topic is today, entrepreneurship and all of that. Y'all, it's a lot, but it's fulfilling. And listen, before we get jump into that topic, I want to welcome entrepreneur Lemon 52. That's your brand name. What is your name? Because I've been calling you Lemon. You and Mr. and Mrs. Lemon.
Yeah.
That him and his wife are so nice. I've been calling them Mr. and Mrs. Lemon 52.
I don't care what you call me, as long as you get my brand out there.
See, that's what I've been
I
calling
am
by
my
the brand, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I call, like I now sometimes I introduce myself as the mailroom or TLC.
Yeah.
So they be like, "What's your name?" I be like, "The mailroom." You know,
Exactly. Why not? So they know.
right?
They know.
Introduce yourself and tell us who. Yeah, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hey, how y'all doing today? My name is Vernon Thomas, and I am the owner of Lemon 52, freshly squeezed, natural, all natural lemonade. Yeah, that's me. That's my name. Don't call me Lemon 52.
You know what?
52, right? Because that's what I've been calling
I
them.
was hoping that he sold lemonade, and because yeah, I
Yes.
want some lemonade.
Let me tell you, we met him at the first one of the remote events for the back to school. That's the event that your wife put on, right?
Yeah, that's our other company, 7 Event Planning. Y'all follow that at 7 Event Planning on Instagram. But yeah, that's the back to school event that we did. Yeah.
Right. And so he came over to the station. We were out there and he had lemonade. And I love lemonade. Backstory, me and my sister, by us being entrepreneurs, my dad, we had our first lemonade stand when I was about 9 or 10, right?
Okay.
I love lemonade. So we sold like the little penny cookie, fresh squeezed lemonade, like candy and all of that. And we made like $300 off our lemonade, and that was back then. That was in the mid '80s, so
Yeah.
that was big money, right? So it was me, my sister, and one of our other girlfriends, and we made. So that was like really our first entrepreneur like deal, like the whole thing. So I love lemonade, and he came over, y'all, with some lemonade. Lord have mercy.
What kind of lemonade?
You had the kiwi,
I
right? I know I had the kiwi.
I think
Kiwi.
no, yeah, you had kiwi,
Because I'm allergic to kiwi, right? But I was drinking that kiwi lemonade,
strawberry kiwi. Yeah,
the
yeah, I
strawberry
remember.
lemonade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My mouth started itching, and he started panicking. He was like,
I
"Oh
was
my
like,
goodness!"
yeah. So why would you ask for strawberry
And I'm
kiwi
like,
if you know that you
right? And I was
you know you
like,
gotta put your disclaimer out there. Like, listen, man,
right.
look.
That lemonade was
What an
so good.
EpiPen.
Yeah, but I was like so glad that I didn't need the EpiPen. I just itch with kiwi, right? And I was like, he
Yeah.
said kiwi, but I could feel it, right? I'm itching. That lemonade was so good.
Yeah.
I was drinking it down to the last drop. Do you hear me? The
You know what?
last drop. That
Yeah,
lemonade
you a
was.
fat kid.
It was
You a
yes,
fat
I
kid.
really am. I'm like, it's good. I felt like a little cracker. I was like, it's good. I'm itching.
Next thing you know, they'd be like, what are you putting in
Right.
there? You know what I'm saying?
It was so good. And I knew, but it was like fresh, right? So it was I had the kiwi strawberry. Then you brought another one like
I think Tank had
a pineapple or
he
something.
had the matter of fact,
The
this is
man,
what this is. This is mango pineapple.
the mango pineapple, y'all.
With
Ooh,
See?
she
All right.
had what is it,
it was
Peachy King. She had
yeah,
she had
that's
Peachy
a
King, yeah. And it was
man.
another one that I can't remember what the other flavor was, but it was I remember those three flavors y'all tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all
See.
fresh, it wasn't like, some lemonades when they just like manufactured type of lemonade and you could taste all that sugar and everything. Yeah, this lemonade is the bomb.com. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate it.
The
Thank
bomb,
you.
and he's gonna talk more about it because again, this is it's about entrepreneurship. He is not play. Him and his wife are both entrepreneurs, and she was doing her thing. She was, with the event, and he was, and you barbecue too, right? Didn't we buy your barbecue?
Nah,
That was
that was Three Bros
okay,
barbecue, but we close, yeah.
right.
So yeah, he has his barbecue company too. Yeah,
Listen, so between the barbecue and the lemonade, I was in heaven that day.
Listen.
yeah.
I was like,
All right.
Shout out to Three Bros barbecue.
Uh,
yeah, wow,
I'm really gonna have to protest these lovely guests that be coming on the show when I'm 3 hours away, got my
right.
mouth all slobbing and salivating for some. And he said mango pineapple. It's like my
Yeah,
favorite flavor.
Yes.
And
Man, you're gonna love it. My mind is turning, right? I'm already planning something so we can get all of y'all with these products. Cause I'm a foodie, right? Ain't no shame in my game. I'm a foodie. I love to
you'll love
eat.
me.
yeah.
Listen. I told you, Chef he still got your cake frozen, right? He gonna issue it out to me. Like I can't even eat it. I have to wait till he issue it out. So I'm gonna put something I'm gonna put something together to have all of y'all because this lemonade. Yeah, this is the truth. So listen, tell us how you got started with lemonade because again, it's some people. Oh, it's just lemonade, but it's more than lemonade for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for a venture to invest in or something to get into that's gonna make some type of money, or I'm just an entrepreneur at heart,
Right.
like deep down to the bone.
Yeah.
So if right now if we can make a profit selling these cords right here, I'll be
Yeah.
like, hey, look, how much we gotta do? Let's break this down. How much this? Okay, cool. This to be the profit. So, but how it started was really just making it for like close family and friends, really.
Okay. Okay.
And Shayna, which you met her,
Yeah.
at the back to the school event, my wife. So she
Right.
was like, yo, this is good. And I was like, you can't be on my team and tell me it's good because I feel like you gassing me. It got to be somebody I don't know. It got to be, So she was like, yeah, it's good. I was like, all right, man. I'll say, yeah. So it went, she said, no, this flavor is good too. You done
Yeah.
made this. I was like, okay, maybe, So then next thing you know, I was like, okay, let me try it out. So tried it out. Next thing you know, it was just everybody was buying, trying, hey, close family and friends. I'll buy this for you.
Right.
Make me a gallon. And it basically started like that. So
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So and that was something just off of because already I have I do event planning, party rentals, and then we own a vending company too.
Oh wow.
So this was something else. I was like, okay, cool, and people really enjoying it, and it's natural. It's not like you said, you can taste because you'll have some people that purchase I ain't gonna say the brand's name
Right,
here,
right.
but they'll purchase it and you could taste you could taste that. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like
Yeah.
a look. You could taste it. Taste
It
it.
ain't good all the time.
Yeah, and you could taste that it was.
And
It's
don't nothing be hand squeezed or
Right,
nah,
processed
right.
lemonade.
Nah,
Yeah.
not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all. And you could taste that. So, and then they'll slap a stick on it and be like, "Oh, this is my lemonade. This is my."
Right.
So it's like, nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, with this and that, all of that too, you gotta think. As far as profit margins and stuff like that too,
Yeah.
they make more money just throwing that together. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Versus actually having the hand squeezing, and that's where the
Yeah.
price comes in to play. Because natural products, that's not cheap. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
oh, oh!
No,
You
no.
didn't, touched because that's been my pet peeve as an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
People don't want to
Yeah,
pay because
yeah,
Laron, you use homemade from scratch products for your product, and then so
yeah.
when people and like you use homemade, you use from
Hmm.
scratch products. People don't understand. My husband, he's a chef. He uses from scratch because
Yeah.
this is what people want, right? They
Hmm.
always, I want something from scratch.
No, they don't.
They don't
No, they
Nah.
because
don't.
when
They
they think
don't.
about the what you
They say
have
they
to
do.
pay,
Hmm.
people don't
Yeah.
understand what you have to buy to produce this. You know that then that's when they be like, "Oh, sis, that's a little too much." You ain't say that to Mickey D's over
Yeah,
there,
and
right?
or
Or
Gucci or
right,
I always
whatever
say you ain't say
brand
that.
or whatever
You ain't
you
say
waste
that,
your
man.
money on.
right.
The folks that we had a not to cut y'all off. We had a
Uh,
charity sale at Belt,
Mhm.
and you people are buying thousands of dollars of purse
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
that you only get 25% off, and these purses like $300-400.
Yeah.
But you come to me and tell me my $5 cinnamon roll is too much,
Right.
and go right to Cinnamon Fund and pay dang near $7
Eight ten
plus
dollars
tax.
now. Shoot.
And then some people just can't fathom putting that money in your hand. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
like you'll have it could be somebody you knew growing up, or it could just be somebody that you know, even down to family members.
Mhm.
You could tell them your price, and they'll look at you like you crazy, but
Right.
then run out and pay the same amount.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? And it's no different. It's just the fact that you know me and you don't know them. You can't touch them, but you can touch me.
Right. Right.
So
yeah,
yeah, and then like even with the natural products, yeah, a lot of people don't be understanding that that stuff costs. Like it's not cheap,
It's
none of
not.
that. But we're I think it has shifted so badly to minute made rice,
Yeah.
microwave, quick instant results that nobody really respects grandma's
Right.
cast iron. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Process of things being built or
Right.
created.
Right.
So a lot of people they fine with that manufactured
Right. Exactly.
product, that quick, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
GMO quick, made in the
Right.
lab, because people
yeah,
mentality anyway. Well, we gotta die every day, any day,
Right.
we gotta die anyway. So
yeah,
instead of just like, okay, cool, we're trying to make your days better while you here. It ain't about
Exactly.
aiming for death. It's
Right.
about, all right, while I'm here, let me make the best of what I have. Let me
Exactly.
create, let me try to leave something. So even when it's time to go, somebody could say, you know what, dang, this person speak real legacy on your name versus, oh yeah, he was just this and he out. You know what I mean? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
It is. I mean, people just really don't understand, and that's why now I've gotten to the point where I don't beg. You find yourself, and I hate to say begging, but you're like support, 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 and then I got to the point in my business, like I'm not begging anybody to support me.
yeah,
You just start switching your audience because again, people start looking when you're out there begging folks. It's like, why should I have to beg and put on a show for you just to support when you don't have a problem, like you said, spending your money with anything else. I'm going to give you what you asked for. I shouldn't have to put on the show. So I started just
yeah,
shifting my audience, shifting my mindset. And I tell people I'm blessed to have both sides of my family, my entire family to support my endeavors. Because again, we come from the entrepreneurship. So we have to start at home. But then, and I'm also blessed to have that circle of friends who understand this journey. And those are the people that, I always say, I don't say haters are my motivators. I said the people who support me are my motivators.
Yeah.
Those are the people I'm going to work for. Those are the people that, I'm going to continue to push through. And it just, and I hate to say it, and I'm going to say it, y'all can come at me if you want to. But my biggest issues have come from my own folks.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
own people.
I was finna say it for you.
You
He
know,
had said it
it's
because I
always
was
a
saying,
pushback because we be the first one. Go ahead and do your thing, sis. Go ahead and do your
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
But you come to them, you be like, oh, well, how much is that? They be like, oh, I'm like 150. Ooh, that's a little too much. Well,
What's that
hmm
thing that say if you broke, just say that then? What's the
right,
thing you know what I'm talking
right.
about?
yeah,
If you
yeah.
broke,
If
You
you
just say
broke,
know,
just
but
say it.
yeah.
and I stopped dealing with those type of folks,
Yeah.
and because again, I want to go travel like I want to go over to Dubai and everybody else like y'all doing. So if I'm going to continue to negotiate my prices,
Yeah.
then it defeats the purpose.
No, and you're right. Your price is your price, and you got to stick to that. But you did hit that right on the head as
Yeah.
far as switching your audience. I was just having this conversation with one of my homeboys that live down in Florida, and you can really it don't matter what you do. It's not you. It's
Yeah.
not what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can literally have a whole plan and show them physically
Yeah.
returns, whatever money, whatever you doing, and that if their mentality is not like that, it's
Yes.
not you like you say, you speaking to the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
And you're right, it can be your own people too, whether it's friends or family
Yeah.
members too. But I think more or less people are still stuck in that mentality. I want to do it too. They don't want to see you take off
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
That
dang,
is,
okay,
and that is like
yeah,
deadly in the black community.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see
Yeah.
you. But I'm gonna say too. Well, I'm a whole matter of fact, bookmark that because I want to come back to that too.
Yeah.
But they don't want to see you take off too fast. With me, I've always been a big family oriented person.
Yeah.
So whatever you invest in me or whatever you do for me, you really investing in yourself because
Right.
I'm gonna give it back regardless because I got that's
Yeah.
just me, a heart
Yeah.
of gold, and I want to make sure my people straight. And I think that was part of some of my motivation too because I don't want to see. You know, you don't want to see your mother working
Right.
till she 89 years old,
Exactly.
leg hanging off, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying,
Right.
still
True.
scraping her leg into
Yeah.
work. None of that. So you know, and if this pandemic hasn't shown anybody anything,
Ooh.
nothing is
What,
guaranteed.
what did I just say earlier, son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The
pandemic.
basically showed,
But
it's definitely in the black community that we don't have to work our butt off for corporate like that.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
especially man, do you know our net worth? I mean, our spending worth as a community, as a community,
Listen.
just as a community. Think about all the stuff the nonsense we buy.
Yeah.
And when I
Yep.
say nonsense, I'm talking about liabilities, no assets. Think about all of that we buy. And imagine if you have a business and I invest in you or I come shop with you. Even if it's not on the regular, I just come shop with you.
Right,
I come
right.
shop with you. And we just keep, do you know how wealthy all of us can be?
All of us. My father would again. They came here to Atlanta from L.A.
Mm-hmm.
to start their business, and he used to tell us this all the time. And that's my motto. He said, "God made this world big enough for all of us to eat.
Yeah.
All of us to eat. Nothing is new under
Yeah.
the sun. You're gonna have an idea. You're
Nope.
gonna have a different. We're gonna all probably have a similar ideas, right?
Same
But we got
idea.
different people that we will be able to reach. There's no competition, and so like if I'm sitting on information, and LaRon can tell you, if I'm sitting on information, what good is it gonna do for me to hold it when I know I can share it with my brothers and sisters? It's like go out there and get it. Like God made it big enough for all of us to eat, and I just don't get it. Like I want to see now. For me personally, I want to see people win,
Yeah.
especially good people. I want to see you win. So it's like I'm gonna promote you as much as I can or whatnot because they do it. Other communities do it. Their money circulate in their community,
And that's why we're nicknamed Liquid
But
Money.
that's the thing,
Right.
though, what you just said. Their community, and
Yeah.
that's what it's all been about. Especially over here in this country. In
Yeah.
this country, it's been about that community, and as long as the money is circulating in that community, everything is fine.
Yeah.
So you have to look at how. Take prime example. You got FUBU. I know y'all remember FUBU.
Yeah.
You know, companies like that, once they start getting Echo and all that, and once they start getting money, heck, you can always go to Fat Farm now.
Mm-hmm.
Got bought out or they sold out.
Yeah.
Got that big check, not realizing that the reason why these big corporations are coming to you saying, you know what, I'll buy you out with this nice big fat check.
Yeah.
because they know you have something,
Yeah.
and you're chopping away at their finances.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if I buy you out, one thing that I can do, I can debrand you, uh, take your worth down,
Yeah.
and then I can just toss it over to the side because I won't worry about you in the first place. I just need to get you out of the way. So if you go to these restaurants, these or like Kellogg's and stuff like that,
Yeah.
where they going out and buying out these mom and pop stores because now they see that, oh shoot, they got a product,
Yeah.
and only thing that we see is money.
Yeah.
And so they give us a nice check, not understanding that, especially if we don't invest right,
Yeah.
it's almost like winning the lottery, and within a few years, the money gone.
It's gone. It is gone.
And that's the biggest problem too. We don't
Yeah.
we don't own enough, man.
We don't.
We don't own enough. We'll sit here
No,
and
we
pour into
don't.
everybody else stuff.
Everybody.
Yeah, and we don't own enough. And even with that, like, when trying to be, quote unquote buy back the block or stop
Yeah.
gentrification, a lot of things like that. Like, you have to talk to your elder. That's the hardest
Yeah.
thing to do. If
Yeah.
you talking to a parent or talking to your grandmother or whatever, because they're stuck in their ways. There's no
I was gonna say their conditions.
yeah,
Their conditions.
and they stuck in their way. So a lot of stuff you bring to them, one, you're their child, so they
Yeah.
can't see. Man, what are you talking about? I used to wipe your butt. I raised you when
Right.
you was a little pooplet crying around
Right.
here, and now you coming. So yeah, so it's like nothing. You, even though it's making sense, they're not going to be subject to listen to you. It got to come
Right.
from maybe somebody they're on their level as far as age range, and then, like I said, sometimes they're stuck in their ways.
Right,
But you
right.
have to, like, even down to talking to them about not selling their homes.
Yeah.
Hold on to your stuff,
Hold
man.
on to it.
Hold on, because at the end, it starts with, really, our parents, their grandchildren is their responsibility.
Yeah.
My grandchildren is my responsibility.
Right.
So hold on to whatever you can hold on to that you actually own.
Yeah.
And that way you can pass something down, so we can
Exactly.
get out of this and this stain. And nothing against anybody that lives in apartment. I lived in apartments and
Yeah.
all that too.
Yeah.
But renting,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and giving back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's basically what it is. You're just renting for a time period and giving it back to whoever the owner is.
Right,
By
right.
the time you finish renting, you done paid for 2 and 3 houses that you could have owned.
Yeah,
Over
yeah. Yeah.
a time frame. So
And then there's so much more too that we can own now. Like, it's so much more. Like, I'm not a stocks and bonds person, right? I don't know the game or whatever. However, that doesn't stop us, me and my family, from delving into other, things to do. Like, you can own. Trademarking your business is generational wealth, and a lot of people didn't know that. The mailroom is trademark, because guess what? When God gave me this vision, I didn't just think about the now. I thought about, okay, this is something I can pass on to my niece and nephews. Because they may not want to be a life coach when they get
Exactly.
older. So I'm not going to force this business onto them. However, I can pass the mailroom onto them because there's so many different avenues. So people got to understand, you got to, as business owners, you got to think global. You can't just stay in the box. You know what I'm saying? Your lemonade is a brand. People going to forever want to eat and drink.
period.
They going to want to forever get
Yeah.
their hair done, the beauty, no matter what recession. Think about the pandemic. Actually, they were like the industries that kept afloat were industries, the hair, nails, the beauty industry, and food. We still order it from DoorDash.
Yeah.
We still order
Yeah.
it from Uber. We still ordered food. It just, it shifted because, of course, now it was the pandemic and you had to you had to change it. But think about it. We're going to want lemonade.
Yeah.
And this is something that you can pass to your children and they can pass on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they want good food. Laurent, they want good cakes and pies and whatever. We going to eat. I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
And
I know I'm
speaking of
going
it-
to raise some foodies.
And speaking of which, I know you say you're 3 hours away, but just to let you know, we do ship as well. So
Yes.
And I'm glad that you said that because I might need to hit up you on that because that's my issue right now.
On shipping your
that's kind of
cakes.
holding me back with the shipping.
Yeah.
And trying to find the best way to ship.
So y'all make sure y'all
My
connect on
matter
that.
of fact, that's what I'm about to ask him now. Like, I practice what I preach. Like, supporting black owned. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what's crazy? You know it's free to share. I just want to let everybody know that
Yes.
it don't cost you nothing. They don't charge nothing for
Lemonade, don't tell
likes.
them that. We're gonna get cut off.
Listen, $5.99. If I really want to, I'm gonna charge y'all $5.99 for this broadcast. $599 for sharing this information.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
Man, and
I
they'll
get
post
it.
a bunch of memes.
Yes.
Like, I'm talking about people you know. Fam. They'll post a bunch of memes, comedian stuff, all of this stuff,
Yes.
helping them. They don't even realize that the same thing that you're doing for them, you could do that. And
My wife
look, even
said
with
that.
the reviews,
Yes.
you ever seen like you'll have friends or family that go
Yeah.
out, oh my God, this food is so good, or
Yeah.
this drink, and I got this, and it's like, okay, that 5-10 minutes
Yep.
or a couple of seconds that you did that, you mean to tell me you can't go on there and say, oh look, my such and such has a lemonade, it is
Yep.
delicious, or my such and
That's
such
it.
has a cake, man, it's so moist, it won't dry out, y'all need to go and do that the same way you go
Man.
to all these other spots. You know what I'm saying?
We don't do it.
Nah.
You don't. We
Nah.
don't do it, y'all. Listen, and I'm actually putting together an entrepreneur webinar and everything because again, social media has you fooled out there, y'all. They got you fooled.
Yeah.
They got you fooled, right? Because they think they got you thinking that you gonna be out here making the 6-8 figures or whatever, and you can, right? However, the road to that includes sacrifices. Y'all see this? My hair ain't done. You know why my hair ain't done right now?
It look decent to me.
It look decent, y'all. But y'all know, no. I get.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But y'all know, real entrepreneurship. That means you got to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sacrifices, and that means I can't travel. I can't go to the hair and nail shop every other week like I used to have. This is the road to entrepreneurship. And when we come back after, is it time for a song break? Oh, it's not time. Okay, so we're going to go into that because, again, people want the glam. They want the fame. They want to say, oh, I own this, that, and the other. Talk about the sacrifices you and your wife have had to make as entrepreneurs.
Right now, you want me to go into it now, or you want me to after the break?
I guess we can go into it. We can go into it now. Then we're
Okay.
gonna go into a break
Cool.
because I want people to understand. Lauren, I know you and your wife, both of y'all are entrepreneurs, and Nelson, you're entrepreneurs, and people really think like it is the glam. They see the pictures and they see when you're able to celebrate because you want to celebrate all your victories, and they see us on the picture. They be like, "Oh, you make it." From the event, somebody's like, "Oh, I know you made a whole bunch of money, like you rich." And I looked at that person, I said, I didn't profit off of that.
Now, you don't
didn't
have
profit
people
of it.
counting your pockets.
Yeah.
Every post you do with it, people gonna count your
They
pockets.
count your
I don't care
pockets.
who they are, and they're gonna say, "Oh, you must be." Nah, look, man, you can still, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's like, no, I didn't make money. But however, in order for me to propel this brand, this is what you have to do. Now, my next 3, 4, 5, that's the goal is to make that profit.
Exactly.
But it takes that good 0 to 5 years for your profit for you to actually see. And again, we need y'all to support us. Like you say, it don't take but 5 seconds, 5, 10, not even minutes, just to write a good review. Yeah, I'm on. I got so much that I just.
I want to get his IG real quick so I can
Yes,
follow him.
Lauren, what's your IG?
Lauren, what's your IG?
It is treat. TRE, like treat with S, the letter N, sweet, LLC.
Hold on, let me make sure I got
Treat and sweet.
Okay, I think I got it. Hold on 1 second. You should see me following you right
There's
now.
gonna be some cinnamon rolls or some big buns, you know.
And let me know if you make some
better than I do.
plant-based vegan ones. Let me know if you got it. I just followed you.
See, that's what it's all
right.
about. Connection.
Yeah, I
connection.
think this is you. Yeah.
Y'all, this is what it's all
man,
about.
network, man. You know, network builds net worth.
Yes.
People don't even know that
Yeah.
either. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when we do, you know, whether it's events or even, you know, even with lemonade,
Yeah.
I go by a rule of 50.
Okay.
When you got one client, you actually got 50 clients because that one client could just a minimum of 50 people.
Right.
and
Yeah.
next thing you know, that's
Yep.
business for you right there. So
Right.
that's my personal rule. I always, when I do, it's not just for that one person.
Right.
I'm doing it for 50 people because
Yeah.
I already know. Okay, for
Yeah.
this one, I'm investing in this one right here, but my profit gonna come from the other 49
Yeah.
or 50.
And you have to think like that. You
Yeah.
have to.
You you know what that also adds to it, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Um, it also makes the people that can do something or make something out of themselves in entrepreneurship scared because of the non support or the hard support
Yeah.
negativity. And I'm gonna throw myself up under the bus where um you know in your mind that dang, if I can get in that lane that I
Mhm.
need to be in,
Mhm.
I'll be great. But nah, I ain't gonna do it because I know I'm not gonna get no form of backing from anywhere. And so you
Yeah.
start second guessing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of people's problems when they start off and they fail. And I can go back to TaShon and commend her family because I've had to sit down and talk to my mom and explain to her, hey, now that I'm older and I'm reading and I'm looking into stuff and I'm healing, I understand that your parents didn't raise you in a form of where you can raise your own kids as well.
Mhm.
Because when you sit and you tell your child that, baby, you can be anything that you want to be, and then
Mhm.
your child comes and say, this is what I want to be. Well, granted, you got a child now at a young age. Don't you want to go work at Procter and Gamble? Don't you want to go and I don't
Yeah.
want to do that. I have a
Yeah.
dream. I have a goal. This right, but then you crush it because now you're looking at the fact that yes, I got a child at a young age,
Yeah.
and that I need to go work for someone else so that I can take care of my child, but not also saying that, dang, you have a potential dream
Mhm.
that can give you that work, that network, that generational wealth. No, 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 no. Go give it to the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real. That's
It's
real.
real. So listen, stay tuned, stay connected to 101tklradio.com. When we come back after this music break, we're going to talk about the sacrifices as entrepreneurs. We're going to talk more about Lemonade 52. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, and he ships. Y'all, this lemonade is good, okay? Y'all know I'm going to have to drink some on air, right? Because,
Wow, really? You just
yeah.
gonna do me like that? All
Oh, you
right.
know
Hey,
what?
the thing about it
You
is
know what?
crazy.
No.
I brought you one too. I ain't know you ain't gonna be here, man. But look, nah, hey,
No.
look. So you know
Get in the car.
so you know how
Wait,
they say
pause
it
the
now.
show.
So you know I ain't capping. Yeah,
he got
I got. Hey, you can look at me live right now, so
he
you can
got
see
you one.
I had yours right here.
He got you
You
one.
know what?
I drink it
Tell
for you though.
Chef to put it in the refrigerator next to that. Hey,
Hey, LaRon.
Listen,
LaRon,
uh,
stay connected to 101 TKO Radio. We be right back. LeBron, we got you. We got you.
yeah. You love me. Come out to Sean and friends. You don't like our friends.
101 TKO
Oh
Radio in
man.
the mailroom. We be right back. And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. Listen, we are having this entrepreneur conversation with Brand Lemon 52. Y'all, listen, before we even go further, how can we, like, where can they reach you?
Well, you can reach me. Let me go ahead and give you the Instagram. LemonX52. That's on Instagram. You can also, if you want to purchase anything, as far as lemonades, having it shipped or delivered, we deliver too. So when people, I can't drive it, that's fine. We deliver to you.
You
So
sound
it's
like me.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you got to pull people card, man. They'll sit
Yeah.
here and give a bunch of excuses. Like even when you doing a event, oh, you only taking cash. I only got card. Here go my card reader.
Right.
Oh, all I got is Apple Pay. Okay, here we accept Apple
Right.
Pay. So now it's like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no excuse.
Exactly.
But you can shop at lemon-52.square.site. That's the website to be able to purchase your lemonades, have it shipped, and
lemon dash.
yeah, lemon-52.square.site.
And we're gonna post that more on our sites as well. And that goes right into our TMR's business shout out for today. And listen, if you want your business shouted out live on the mailroom and 101 TKO Radio, there are two promotions that I suggest business owners connect with 101 TKO Radio for the not shout out, the business package that there's a promotion going on right now. Go onto that website. It's an awesome deal, sponsorship deal on 101 TKO Radio. And you have our TMR's business $10 business shout out where you get your business shouted out for $10, y'all. You can't beat that. So the first business we have is taste and tour and chef caterer experience.eventbrite.com. It's a gourmet bites, cocktails, and networking tour, taste and tour competition. And I'm gonna have this information on the page as well. It is sponsored by I Am Style Agency in collaboration with Full Bloom Magazine. Posh Opulence Rentals and Tasted Parties present the Taste and Tour competition. We are casting for 5 top taste caterers, chefs in the Metro Atlanta area to feature at our 2022 Holiday Collection Showcase and Tasting Competition on December 2nd. You can register for your panel tasting at $35 non-refundable fee. That is November 6th at 5 p.m. So listen, I'm gonna have more information on the page with this event. It's a taste and tour competition. That's our first business shout out. And the second business, Erica Smith, Pure Romance by Lady E. Connect with her on IG at PR by Lady E, Facebook PR by Lady E, and her website prbyladye.com. You can also reach her at 678-698-3374. That's Erica Smith, Pure Romance by Lady E. We also have Jolly Giants Food Private Chefing with Chef Green at 216-301-0513. You can follow him on IG at Carl, CARLDA Chef. That's Carl the Chef. Okay, for your private chefing. Also, the Plush Lab. Connect with her at IG at the Plush Lab or on her website at theplushlab.com. You don't want to listen. She is awesome. Connect with her. Also, Stamped, etc. You connect with her at Stamped, STAMPED, etc.company.site. Or in her IG, her Facebook, Stamped ETC. All right. Then we have Clara Davis in the Loop, a one-stop shop that provides a variety of services not only within our community, but we also offer nationwide services as well. Our top priority is ensuring that all clients' needs are met in a timely manner while providing excellent customer service. Clara Davis, 847-281-LOOP. That's 847-281 5667. So again, if you want your business shouted out weekly on the mailroom, connect with me, DM me. You can send your information at YGM 7671. The business shout out, $10, y'all, just $10. So that is our business shout outs for today. Thank y'all so much. What's wrong, LaRon?
I wish I was at the studio.
Oh,
Because I will walk out because I'm looking at this menu while you talking and try not
yeah.
to cry out loud. He got some pomegranate lemonade. I
You see,
love
I told,
pomegranate.
listen. Holiday season coming up. Look. So listen, we are in the studio with Lemon 52, and yes, he delivers. They ship. This lemonade is like when I tell y'all know I'm a foodie, so I ain't gonna lie about the
See,
food. What you
see,
say,
he
LaRon?
got sugar options. Raw cane, like cane. Yeah, I bet he do it.
Yeah.
Listen, yo, and this is fresh squeezed lemonade. So we're talking about entrepreneurship. Before we left, we were talking about the sacrifices that we have to make and whatnot. We understand that as entrepreneurs, and I don't want people to, I don't want people to be, well, y'all quit your job, y'all chose this or whatever. You're right. We did choose it, and God also places visions in us to move forward, right?
Yeah.
So, and again, the world needs both 9 to 5ers and entrepreneurs to make the work because everybody's not built for this.
Yeah.
This is a road, this is a journey.
Yeah.
Talk about the sacrifices that you've had to make for your dream to come true, to make your dream happen.
It's a lot of sacrifices you have
Yes.
to take. You have to take pay cuts or not getting paid at all. A lot of the times in the beginning,
Woo!
a lot of times in the beginning. So when you go to somebody and you ask them for a discount, it's almost like you done cursed cursed them out and
Yes.
said something about their mother because you gotta think about what we done went through in the beginning and now you coming and asking me for a discount.
Yes.
Facing evictions and facing all types of stuff. So it's like
It's real.
Yeah,
It's real, y'all.
real. It's real.
It is real.
Yeah.
Listen, I left, and this is no secret. Y'all know I retired early, resigned. I left $75,000. That constant paycheck, benefits, all of that, right? I know I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. I know my check is going to hit that. To, ooh, I got to go out here and where's my money coming from? I don't have that $75,000 salary check anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to push my brand. And like you said, when people come to you, oh, well, sis, I don't know, that $50 ticket, that's a little too much. What you mean it's too much? I'm feeding you. First of all, I got to pay for the venue. I got to pay for other people. You know what I'm saying? It costs.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a slap in the face when you come to us and you ask for discounts. You don't go to the mall and asking for discounts. You're going to go into the aisle where it says clearance, and that's going to be your discount.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
The sacrifices are real.
Even down to if you have children, man, like
Yeah.
you gotta, when you become an entrepreneur, it's not even a 9 to 5. You working 24 hours a day
Yes.
sometimes. No, I'm just being real.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because then you got to get right back up early. You might go to bed at 3 a.m. and then you sacrificing sleep, time with your kids,
Yeah.
pay cuts. The list goes on.
It
the list
is.
goes on. The list goes on. And then especially if you were living a certain way,
Yeah.
let's say you were used to having nice cars and you were used to
my hair done every every
yeah,
other
but you know what? And that's real.
the
That's
standing appointment, the nails, the standing appointment.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. When you used to that, right? And then, like my brother, this is one of his favorite things. He like to say to people when he see you. So he'll be like, "Man, you look like you fell off like a bad bag of dope." Like at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So when you went from having a decent car to like, all right, I'm gonna get rid of that because I'm gonna take all that money that I was paying a car note with, having my hair done, having this, having the flyest coat, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And now you're literally dressing like one person that dressed like a dad all the time, but had money was Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
He had
A
those.
turtleneck and jeans.
Man.
And people do not
And he was
understand that.
and that's why I was like, yo, you have to really sit back and look. Anybody that really have it like that, be having it on them like that,
Yes.
they don't really be, they don't be dressing like
No.
that. People with chains and all that stuff,
Yeah.
them be some of the brokest people a lot of times.
All the time.
Yep.
You think about Steve Jobs. You think about Bezos. Amazon.
Yep.
They dressed in jeans and a shirt, and they showed you their pictures. His office was in the garage. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's something they told me when I worked for Ford. I was selling cars for Ford, and that's the first thing they said. If anybody comes in with some dirty jeans on, possibly some holy shirt, do not run them away. Because 9 times out of 10, that person coming in here with that 3-piece suit on and a suitcase ain't got nothing.
Ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have time to impress people.
No,
you know what I'm saying? You don't have time.
Man, what?
You ain't got to. I come in here every week with my TMR shirt and my jeans.
But
You
then-
know what I'm saying?
But then also, you know what I'm saying, for those who's still
Yeah.
working and then doing their business, there's sacrifice too. Like
Exactly.
for me, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, the money that I would have, you know what I'm saying, spent on the nice things,
Yeah.
Exactly.
or spent on really just BS, hanging
Right.
out or whatever.
Right.
That I'm like, that money I'm putting into my business.
Exactly.
And that's smart because
Yeah.
when you think about it, like for me, from a male's perspective, right here, when
Yeah.
we go out to a nightclub, we spending a minimum of $200. You got
Yeah.
ladies getting free
Right.
mostly all night.
Right.
Then you got the men trying to holler at the ladies, so they
Right.
got free drinks. Bro, like, hey, let me get on afterwards and look.
The other thing.
Yeah, so you think about it, a guy when they go out, and it's just with anybody. It's not a
Yeah,
we want
yeah.
everybody. I'm just saying, just to your point, we spend at least 200, 250
Yeah.
going out for one night or over the weekend, and it's like, nah, let me chill on that. Let me go ahead and throw that into, investing into my business.
Right.
And that stuff adds up very quickly, man.
does.
It really
It
does
does.
when you think about it.
Yeah, it does. And then you're, like you said, you're putting the money back into it, and so people just automatically think, oh, you still got some money. It's like, no, I'm investing in my dream. I'm investing in my goal, and it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You can either be a half step in, and that's why I said there are levels to entrepreneurship.
You're right.
Everybody wants to say they're entrepreneur, and I don't laugh at people anymore, or I just be like, yeah, whatever. Because if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to invest. You're going to birth your baby.
Yeah.
You don't have time for the excuses. You don't have time for the woe is me. You're going to either do it or you're not going to do it. It's
Or
like,
they're gonna just make it it's their hobby.
right.
But that's where the misconception comes in at a lot of times too, and puts a bad name on whatever industry we're in, because you have a lot of those people that go into the business just half behind.
Yeah.
And they don't care. They'll go buy the cheapest whatever just to
Yeah.
make that buck or try to make the biggest profit they can.
Right.
I like quality over quantity.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you doing what you need to do, that's going to separate you automatically. Just that, like even with our business and what we do, or businesses, I should say, us just being on time, that separated us from everybody.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
have people looking at you like, oh, what? First, I'm a black-owned business. I value customer service, and I'm on time.
Yeah.
So now they're like, whoa, what
Yeah.
are you? You some type of unicorn, or what are you?
Right.
Somebody else own this business? You
Yeah.
already actually, do you own this? Yeah. This is my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the main thing, man. Just making sure it's easy to really separate yourself from the pack, because there's so many people I'm just trying to do something real quick and say I own a business type thing, versus really getting into it like that.
Yeah. Everybody can say I own a business, but what are you doing for your business?
Exactly.
Like you said, you just half stepping. You know, you just staying on, because them LLCs costs registration every March.
Every year.
Yeah. You know?
I thought it was April.
Yeah, April, March.
Whatever,
And now you can do it for 3 years. We did ours for the 3 years. Now they give you that option, and you can. That stuff costs. It comes around.
Insurance.
Woo!
But a lot of people ain't even out here ain't even insured either.
They're not.
Yeah.
You just got a business.
Right. I'm working on that myself
Yeah,
right now. So
and like
I understand.
you're constantly having a list of stuff that you got to make sure they stay on top
And
of.
that's why when you come and ask for discounts, People don't realize that you got to pay for your website monthly or however you got it set up. You got to pay for promotional ads that you're running on Instagram or Facebook. You got to pay for insurance. You got to pay for if you have delivery vehicles. That's separate. You're paying for that too, or however you got your insurance structured.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got payroll when you finally got people working for you. You know what I'm saying? So them $50 here and there add up.
And that's not including your personal family, your personal bills,
exactly,
the household bills,
exactly.
So you got your business expenses and you got your household expenses, and then like you said, when you come to us for discounts, we're looking. That's the reason why most of us gonna look at you and be like, we're gonna walk away versus cussing you out. You know, we don't want to cuss y'all out.
Oh, you have people that be passive aggressive with it too. They'll be quick to come back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I found somebody else at a cheaper price." Oh, okay. You know, because I already know what I'm bringing, so it's like, oh, okay, I look forward to working with you, or you know, you order in the limit or whatever business it is, you know, in the future. Right. But we're not gonna sit here. Our price is our price.
Hey,
that's it. It is, and it is no negotiation. And I've gotten the entrepreneurship makes you stronger. It does give you that wall, because I was that nice person, and now I understand why my parents were the way they were. It's like, I'm not negotiating my prices. I have to, on the back end, I have to provide you all with the quality, so therefore I have to pay for quality. So it's non-negotiable. And so that's what we have to get to. You know, you have to get to that point in your business where you're just, that's it. You know, and if you can find somebody cheaper, now I just tell people, you know what, that's awesome. Go to them, and they can provide. It's a good fit now.
It's so hard. In the beginning, when people are starting out, you know, people want that business so bad that they'll sit here and they'll really be undercutting themselves so badly. And that's a part of investing. You know what I'm saying? What you have to do that. But after you started doing what you have to do, stick to your price. I promise you. Your right crowd, your target audience they'll eventually find you.
I got 2 points of what you're saying. So I think sometimes people, if they don't have their business structure right and they're chasing the money, that's when, if they don't really value what they really have, then they're like, man, I just need to get some money or something, because that money they might be using it on personal stuff or whatever, where they struggling. But then another thing, like for me, because I also do website design, so I tell people my price, and if they don't want it, I say, okay, if they go somewhere else, me personally, I tell them, I give them a tip. I say, okay, if you're going to go to this person, make sure they do this and this and that. Because I know that's what I do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then from there, you know.
Man, that's a whole conversation I had yesterday too. I mean, the day before yesterday with my homeboy about that too. Yeah. But I look at it. You know, you should never feel bad for what you stand on. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. If you're not operating out of malice, if you're operating like, you know, you're not really trying to bust nobody over there, like you're trying to really be out here and do what you got to do, then trust me, the universe is always going to make sure it brings whatever you're going to attract it, versus like your point, chasing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and like I said, like you said, everybody's not built for this. I know when I was younger, I remember, it's crazy. I was trying to find some quick money. I remember in my school, in my class, in my hall, I noticed everybody was always asking for pencils. Yeah. And it seemed like, you know, a lot of times people was doing pencil popping and doing all of that. So you'll find them pencils. You know what I'm saying? I literally was collecting those pencils. And then when somebody was like, oh, I need a pencil, before we took a test and did work. Yeah. Oh, I got one. How much? I mean, no, matter of fact, it was like, I got one. Let me get it. No. Give me 10 cents. Give me 15 cents. So and I remember my mom came into my room, and this was like, I think it was before, it was either on a weekend or whatever. She was like, why were you getting all this pile of change from? Yeah. And I was like, selling pencils. She was like, selling pencils? Yeah, but it was that because she had her own business. Well, she did a couple of things. She braided hair. Okay. She was like, baby, you didn't know when to kick the door. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because she set up a candy store, but it was mainly for us, but it was, you know, her candy store, but it was for us, you know, before we ate up all the profit. Right. But we had that. She did she braided hair, and she had a store too. Okay. And my dad, he did security and stuff too. So it was already in me to do that. And one thing, like, a lot of things I watched and saw what they did do or what they didn't do, and I try to implement that. I know with my father, like, he was a no nonsense, like, this is my fee to leave my house and my family. So with me, it's not that I'm being a butthole. It's like, yo, I respect how he put that down, and it worked. And I'm doing the same thing because time is money.
Yes.
Time is money for somebody to leave their family, like, especially when you have small children. These are moments that you're missing. Exactly. Whether they're just walking, whether they're first words, whether you just saw him throw his first touchdown pass, you're missing these moments. So it's like, nah, like, this is what it costs to bring us out. And we're going to come with the quality and the customer service and everything else. But this is what it is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Time is money. That's my philosophy now. Time is money. When you want to, I just posted, somebody was like, hey sis, let me inbox you. I need some advice. And I finally got the guts to say, hey, go ahead and schedule. Here's my calendar link. Because now I understand time is money. So the more I keep giving y'all free advice as a certified relationship coach, guess what? Y'all gonna keep posting your pictures of your girls trip and all that, and I'm sitting over here crying,
trying to get the girls trip.
You know, like I'm like something ain't making sense. So listen. So we're gonna shift gears because there are also glows to owning your own business. And I want to talk about the glows, the glows of owning your own. What are the upside of owning your own? Because again, y'all, we as entrepreneurs, we understand this was chosen for us. God placed this vision in us, and so we have to make our dreams come true, because it's nothing worse than sitting on your dreams and being miserable. Listen, we got a caller coming in. Hey caller, how are you?
Well, I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm great. Who are you? Tell us who you are.
Tank, the sports guy.
Hi, Tank. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, Tank. How are you? What's going on?
I am doing just great. Just celebrating the wife's birthday. But I had to call in about this lemonade.
Right.
It was a hot summer day.
It was.
And this brother saved my life with this pineapple mango lemonade.
The pineapple mango. Yes.
Tell him how I served you
You already. Hey, listen. We all were out there sweating from the top to the bottom, and then you came and saved me with the lemonade. That was off your chain.
Yes.
You were not sweating, Tank. You put some water on your head.
How's everything going?
Yo, for real, it was hot. It was hot out there. It was hot. I mean, like, hey, but now Tank really enjoyed it though. Being for real, he ate the fruit bits that was in there. He started eating the ice, all of that. So when he said, hey, he telling the truth. Like, he ate like it was just the cup left. If the cup was freshly squeezed, he would have ate the cup too.
Or drunk the cup. He just ain't show y'all.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Thank you so much. Tell the Mrs. happy birthday. I hope y'all are enjoying, and can't wait to see y'all soon. So thank y'all and enjoy your day.
Hey, so yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, I got to get some more of that lemonade though. That was the truth.
It is.
I appreciate it.
Mix it with a little deuce.
Hey, I know you. Hey, he was out there trying to. Hey, man, go ahead and put something. I was like, man, I don't have no alcohol license. I can't.
See. Too funny. We'll talk to you soon, Tank. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Hey, we'll do. Y'all have a good time.
All right, you too. Appreciate it, Tank. It was good talking to you again, man.
Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all want to get this lemonade from Lemon 52. Listen, so
hey, lemonade. I got a question.
Yeah, I see you caught that seed in there, so it's real. You know what I mean? So, I'm sorry.
Because I have there's a park that we set up here where I'm at on Saturdays, and they do it from the beginning of the summer, and the day was the last day that they do it, and they do it in October. And there's this cat there, very polite young black lad that does lemonade as well. He has maybe like the watermelon, the strawberry, and I think a mango and a pineapple. but it's almost just like, your kids in your neighborhood lemonade stand. So he got his little small table, but you can see he does his fresh and whatnot. To give him advice to actually turn his into an actual business with him doing lemonade, like what licenses are you needing to have?
You got to go through. Yeah, he would have to. Matter of fact, I don't know what part he is, but the best thing I can do to refer him to tell him accurately was he would have to call wherever he's, I guess, located and see what he needs, because it varies from state to state. Like even with my vending and stuff like that, some states require like a resale permit and stuff like that. Some states don't. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's kind of hard to really tell him exactly what he needs. I would say call I think it's the Department of Agriculture.
Yeah. Agriculture.
Yeah,
okay. Because that's what I had to do with my cottage food license. I have a cottage food.
Yeah, exactly. Cottage food. And what's the other one? Mobile and it's mobile something. Mobile, I can't think of. It's like various categories, but maybe he can try doing that. But yeah, I would say Department of Agriculture, and then see what is required in that, I guess, area.
Right, because each
a lot
county
of folks don't understand that you do have to have those licenses when you're vending in certain places,
right?
And especially you get fined,
right? Especially when you're that entrepreneur that you're actually trying to make your business move forward. Because again, it's easy to, just go out here and sell stuff. But if you're serious about your business, you're going to take the necessary steps to make sure that you're licensed, insured, and all of that, because you don't want that stuff to come back on you. And that's what I want to, I want to invite you all back for this entrepreneur webinar that I want to do, because again, I want people to understand that it's just not, oh, I got a business and I'm selling this, I'm making this or whatever, but I want to talk about the behind the scenes of what you need to have to prepare, because you want to, because there are people out there that wants to shut you down, just because that's their job or whatever, they want to shut you down, they want to give you those low scores, or they want to they just doing their job. However, you don't want to give them the ammunition, so you want to have all your paperwork together. You want to have everything together.
And tell them to do that too. But that's good too. Yeah. To have that, and I would just even if he's younger or whatever, do all of them. Yeah. Whatever. I think it's a couple of them, but just besides just doing the food portion, do all of them.
Yeah. So what are the glows of entrepreneurship? Because like I said, I enjoy, me personally, I enjoy now being flexible, because this is my full time now, being a full-time entrepreneur. Also just knowing that it's mine, and just that freedom and flexibility. What are the glows that you have being an entrepreneur and business owner?
The glows is I can make my own schedule when I want to. Yeah. That's one. And like I'm gonna use my niece just made honor roll. My niece and my nephew made honor roll.
Okay, so shout out to them.
Yeah. I love y'all. Yeah. And keep up the good work. Uncle loves you. Yeah. But I was able to, most times I would have probably been working. I wouldn't have been able to make it.
You're right.
Now with my nieces, like his was on Wednesday, hers was on Friday. Okay. Now, it's dealing with 7 event, I came, I think I was late. if my sister watches, she'd be like, no, you was all the way late. But I got there and I was able to do that. And as soon as I got there, saw, boom, took pictures, did all of that. And then I had to leave. Yeah. But I was still able to squeeze that in versus if I was working for somebody else. So that's my main thing. And then just being able to shut down. Like I know last year we did, I think we took like 2 weeks off. Okay. And we took the kids on vacation because it was like a mental, like you can feel, and that's another thing too. You have to know yourself and don't be scared to step back and step away for a second to take a break. because some people
Yeah.
this feeling we're getting the money, customers are coming in, and they're scared that it'll go away. But you have to, and what my father he loves to say, don't burn the candle at both ends.
Yes.
And I'll spread yourself too thin. And I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I can do that, because my nickname is in the family is Little Jamaican.
Okay.
Like I told you, I'm a dude.
You sound like me, got like 9 jobs.
Nah, for real. Like, and it's so last year it started getting kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
With everything that was coming in. So it was like, yo, let's step back for a minute. We took 2 weeks off, literally took the kids on vacation, and then we just woosah'd and then came back. And then it was like we never left, but it was that break that we, that we needed, man.
Yeah. And you have to take that. And that's something I'm learning to do this time now, is take that break. Like, you literally, I already have my calendar set where I'm going to take that break, like that vacation time, even from social media, whatnot, and just have faith that, like, okay, my business is going to continue. My products are going to continue to sell and whatnot while I'm resting. Because it is important because we're so used to, like, okay, we got to get the sales. We're thinking constantly about our business, you right? And we're thinking like, okay, I got to provide this, that, and the other. But you also don't really realize your mental. Like you said, you got to take that break. You got to take that vacation, because if not, I remember there was a time, I want to say during the pandemic, because I was too that entrepreneur and working. I was teaching. So literally, I'm working from sun up to sundown, teaching, and then coming home, I'm on the computer. I would have to say, Chef, okay, so stuff at home started being neglected, right? I'm not cooking. I'm not doing what I really wanted to do because I'm constantly behind the computer. So this time around, my business coach was like, you got to take a break. And I'm like, but I don't know how. She was like, you got to take a break, because if not, you're going to burn it. You're going to burn it. And that's very important. LaRon, do you take your breaks? Do you and Lisa take your break?
He entrepreneur, real entrepreneur. That's why he laughed. Like, man, I ain't even gonna hold you on that, bro. Like, I ain't taking no.
You gotta take that break.
Lisa was like, she picked me up after she got off from work yesterday. She picked me up from work and our corporate job, and she was like, "Dang, Liz, you off tomorrow?" And I'm like, "I ain't off. I got the radio. I got the radio show. Then once I do that, I gotta go in the kitchen and start cooking." What you talking about, girl? I ain't off. So I think we take, when I come get my treatment, and the fact that we decided at least once a month to come so that we can physically be on the show. Yeah, those are going to be some of our mental breaks.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna be, on the show,
but it's not as stressful.
It gives us a moment to just breathe just a little bit.
Yeah. You have to.
I definitely understand that.
Nelson, what about you? Do you take your breaks?
I'm going to start.
Everybody here, we already know how we gonna start off. The answer is no.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make sure that we do as a community and as a family. I'm gonna make sure that we do take our break, because it is very important. Because I watch my parents. We took our breaks, but they didn't take a break. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, and then your health became neglected. My dad's health became neglected.
One thing I will say this: if I was just only doing my first business, then I'm at a point where I can't. Because then I'm blessed because that one is I still get residual income.
Okay, good.
But when you're starting off anew, just like for instance this radio station, we haven't been a little bit over 6 months.
Right.
It's can't really just afford to take that, that break, especially if you got a business and you're the only one that's doing it. That's really going to be difficult to try to take a break. Now if you got a partner or somebody significant other that's helping you, they're growing, then sometimes you can take mental break and somebody can pick up the slack.
Right. Because like both of us, Chef and myself, we're both entrepreneurs. So we're constantly working. However, we got it. We got to. Now I'm seeing, because again, my health. For me, my health took a toll. You know what I'm saying? So God had to slow me down, because my mental, I was like constantly going, just going. Like, and then He slowed me down, and was like, okay. I'm like, how can I take a break? But I'm learning to manage that. So it's like taking that hour or two away from social media.
Taking that break is almost like you telling somebody that that's my price and I ain't changing.
Right, like you have to.
Exactly.
So but we as entrepreneurs, and that again, that's why we're asking people, don't come to us with your side stories about what you can't pay. If you can't pay, you just can't. Don't even
waste
come
our
out.
time,
Right.
you know.
Really. I tell people now, like I get the price, I get the quote and whatnot, and I let people know, okay, well, let me see what I could do in my budget, X, Y, and Z. If I really like that company, that business, I say, okay, I got this quote. I don't promise anybody. I go home, I put it down. I'm like, you know what? This is what I need. I don't ask people for discounts. I don't ask people, can you hold such and such? I ask, and people will tell you, they be like, I ask in a heartbeat, what's your deposit? Because if I'm gonna put that deposit down, that means I'm serious. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I just don't come to us with the stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak my own truth on this one. We were at the mall. Matter of fact, what mall was this? I want to say, I think it's Arbor Place Mall. It's a black-owned apparel company that has a kiosk in there, or not a kiosk. I'm sorry, a boutique in there, and I was taking. Matter of fact, no. This was a couple's date. This date day. So anyway, so me, what I'm saying, and Shayna was going to the mall, so I was getting her a couple of things, and my focus was just to get her some stuff.
Yeah.
So the guy approached me and was like, "Oh, I have this, I have that, da 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 da." And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I said, well, let me get her straight, because I came to the mall for her. Let me get her straight first, and then I'll come back and see what you have.
Yeah.
So when he came back and told me his price, I didn't look at it like it was crazy, because if I wanted Gucci or I wanted something else, I'd pay that with no problem.
Right.
So me practicing what I preach or whatever, he had some socks over there. I think the socks was like $25 for one pair.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they black owned. And my thing is, what's the difference between his brand and
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Who makes socks?
Gucci
and all of them.
So what's the difference between them? So I was like, yo, let me get a couple of pair of socks or whatever. And I can't think of, and I'm mad right now, I can't think of the name of the boutique, because I would shout it out.
Right.
But it is an Arbor Place Mall, and it's like soon as you walk in, right under the food court.
Okay.
So he's right there unless he moved. But other than that, I bought that, and I told you, appreciate it, took his card and everything, and that was that.
Yeah.
But we have to support each other.
We
man.
have to. Our household is buy black. We do black. Our dollars, before it became popular to buy black, we always buy. We support, and I have diverse friends who are diverse, business owners or whatnot. However, in our household, it's like, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have a business, we're going to try our best to support that business. I got stuff that's in my closet, like I'll buy, because I'm like, and even when you're like, and I tell people, when you're going to events, even if you cannot purchase that product, sow $1 into that person. You know what I'm saying? $1. Trust me, y'all, people will appreciate it. Even if I've been to places, I'll be like, you know what, I don't have anything but $1 on me, but I'm going to sow this $1 into your business. I don't want a product or anything, but I'm sowing this $1 into your business.
It's not that hard.
It's not.
But you know what? Your mindset is where it is.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna tell you, like them water boys. I'm gonna tell you my favorite. I eat plant based or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So one of my favorite restaurants is Tassili's right there at the West End.
Okay.
When you come off the exit, the water boys is out there.
Yeah.
Yo, you want water, Gatorade? No, here's your $1. Hold it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You don't have to, like, now he done still made his money, and he still got product to make even more money with.
Right.
And that's all it is. I remember we were selling, this was a while ago. Matter of fact, we were doing a GoFundMe, because this was like some years ago. And we put it all on Facebook.
Yeah.
all of that. I'm like, somebody surely would do just $1 because we were trying to get money for equipment and or a delivery truck.
Okay.
So anything, $1.50, something. You mean to tell me?
Yeah.
Not a dollar.
Not a dollar.
Not a dollar. And then I was like, yo,
Hey.
so I couldn't take it personal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, I ain't going to lie to you. You can take a lot of this stuff personal.
Yeah.
And you be looking at people like, man, you don't get out my face.
Yeah.
You trying to act like, because I'm asking for $1. You can't even give me $1?
Yeah.
Not even give, but invest $1.
In $1.
Let me say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it does. That's why I said you have to have a strong. Go ahead, Lauren.
I can say I've done that because when I first did it, like with my walk that I'm doing for the MS, when I first did it like 3 years ago, and I set up the GoFundMe, and I took it personal.
Yeah.
I'm looking on GoFundMe. You got folks GoFunding for PlayStation.
Right.
Oh, I broke my PlayStation.
Right.
And I mean, folks putting in $50 and $60. I'm like, well, here I am.
And it takes.
I'm trying to get like $100 Visa gift card for patients like myself.
Yeah.
Because I know we can barely get some of the necessities that we need because some of us can't get Social Security.
Right.
So, and our treatments are like my treatment is $60,000 a treatment.
Right. Hold that thought, LaRon. We're going to take a quick music break, and we're going to talk about that when we come back on 101 TKO Radio. Stay connected, you guys, because we're talking about this entrepreneurship role right here live on the Mailroom and 101 TKO Radio. We'll be right back. And we are back live, you guys. 101 TKO Radio and the Plush Lab. Listen, I be hating when this time comes when we got to start wrapping up because we're like having this conversation that's needed, that is just essential to our community. So you know that you will be coming back along with your wife. You got to come back because we're going to support. And so quickly tell us, what can we do to support you? How can we connect with you? All of that stuff. Because again, this is that platform and you have good products. I'm holding on. Nelson opened his. I'm holding on to mine because when I get home,
he almost done.
You trader, Nelson.
Hey, show me your bottle.
Yeah, right. Look, this is Nelson's bottle. He been over there sipping. I've been trying not to open up mine. Right. I've been trying not to open up mine.
He almost done with it.
He is almost done. Like I'm trying to tell y'all.
LaRon is good.
What's your reviews on it? What's your feedback on it?
Now, one of the things for me, you know, is I definitely love mango because, you know, it's part of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's good. It's not too sweet because you would think that, you know, so with a lot of different fruits and everything gonna be sweet. It's just right.
Yep.
And I mean, you could taste the different flavors in it. So
Yeah.
you definitely love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
His bottle is almost gone, y'all. I'm holding on mine. I'm not even gonna open it on the.
Please tell me y'all gonna be home the week of the 11th and the 12th, or the weekend of the 12th. Y'all ain't gonna be bending nowhere, are you?
You asking me that?
Yes, sir.
The weekend of the 11th or 12th, I don't think so. I don't think we are off the top of my head, but matter of fact, let me see. I followed you on Instagram, so shoot me your information and I can double check once I get back.
So y'all can hook up when you come in.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, you can't bend. You can't go nowhere.
You telling me? Oh, okay, got you. Oh, okay, yeah. You see, hey, I'm always in business mode. I'm like, yeah. So we can further discuss some networking opportunities. And you talking about no, you can't bend. No. You got to bring me lemonade.
Right.
Look, I'm stuck in business mode already. Yeah, my bad, man. My bad.
Look, I need to order some for the upcoming event. I'll connect with you.
Okay,
so yeah.
Cool.
So tell us how we can
That's
connect with you.
I gotta get me a gallon. I gotta get me a gallon when I go. So I'm gonna be there that weekend. So definitely gotta get me a gallon.
Right.
So sorry to answer your first question. How you can support? Just follow, share, word of mouth. I mean, the cheapest bottle on there, if you want to just say, hey, I support it, you can do that. Even if you want to buy fruit bits, that's fine. Fruit bits are like $1 or something like that on the website.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so anything like that, you can, and that's basically how you can support, you know what I'm saying, as far as finding us and stuff like that.
Somebody asked, when is Lemon X 52's next event? They were like, when is the next event? It's Cap Life Car Club.
The next event, matter of fact, what I was telling you tomorrow, Pennies with Purpose is having a car show at Jim R. Miller Park, Marietta, Georgia.
Okay.
So we'll be out there and we'll have lemonade out there as well. And then I have to check for the rest.
Okay.
My head is all over the place.
Yeah.
But I know we're gonna be out there. And that event is for raising money for cancer patients.
Okay.
For their co-pays, parking, medication, and everything like that. So please support.
Yeah.
It's for a good cause. Come out, y'all.
Yeah. And make sure you tag the mailroom because again, we are we support. We actually support, and those who support us, y'all have been supporting the mailroom and 101 TKO Radio, and that's what it's like. Again, that's just me now. Like if you support me, I'm gonna support you. That bottom line, like you know, we got to circulate the dollars. The other communities, that's how they do it. They circulate their dollars and they get that support. So we can't get mad at anybody else because we have the same people. We have more dollars, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
We have a network. Yes, we are the biggest spenders. So we got money.
Yeah.
You know, it's what you want to. And I'm a firm believer. what you want to do, you're going to do what you want to do.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of reputable black businesses out here, you guys, that provide everything that we need, literally, from washing powder to radio stations to everything. Like, we have it. So we just got to support
beauty
it.
supply stores.
Yes.
Man,
that hurts my feelings about the beauty supply store, because I'm still trying to figure out why is it, like, especially here, we just had one open up and they, not to knock anybody, but they're Indian, but they have our younger black females working at the counter, and I'm like, I get the online sales and all this, but why don't we have an actual black-owned store? Because y'all know everything about these plats and all this stuff, but y'all are working for these people.
Yeah, but it's actually a few. Because one of them was we did for 7 Event Planet did their grand opening. Okay, and it's located in Mableton. It's called Zoet Beauty Supply. Okay, and they're black owned. And then so y'all make sure if y'all and they're now up to 2 locations. Okay, they're doing well. I'm glad. So the first location is in Mableton. Okay. And look at this free promo. I don't care because it's black owned. If you win it, I win it. Right. So right there on Veterans in the Publix Plaza. Okay. And then the second location is in by Stonecrest Black Wall Street. Okay. So they're located. Their second location is there, and it's a couple. Literally, I can't think of the other ones right now, but it's a nice area.
Yeah, I know a good friend of mine. Him and his wife started one in Logansville. That was the first one, but unfortunately, because they didn't get enough traffic, they closed. They had to close it. Wow. But they still doing their stuff online.
Yeah. And I know I shop at the one on Cobb Parkway, black owned beauty supply. Atlanta. Is Atlanta Beauty Supply, I believe it's right there in the Best Buy's Juicy Crab Best Buy's Plaza.
Oh, it's one over there?
Yeah. I've been going there for them for years now. Like, literally, I don't care what it is. I'm going over there. It's black owned.
Oh, wow.
Supply.
I did not know that.
It's actually right in front of Brewster's. It's on Cobb Parkway in that Brewster's Plaza. So the Brewster's and IHOP. So it's right there.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's right there. Well, yeah.
So listen, I hate to leave y'all. I hate that we got to close to end, but he will be back. And again, look, when you come up here, we're going to make sure we're going to have some lemonade for you. You're going to get your gallon, right? Yo, entrepreneurship.
He's gonna have to be in his house.
Hey, we gonna have that lemonade.
He put me on punishment, y'all. I can't go nowhere. I can't do nothing, man. The 11th and 12th, I will be on call for his order of lemonade.
Yes. So y'all, I'm trying to tell you, y'all don't sleep on these black businesses and it's lemonade. And if you want your business shout out, connect with me for the TMR business shout out. It's only $10 and you get promoted on right here on the mailroom, which is hosted on the black owned radio station 101 TKO radio. But if you just don't have those big dollars you got to invest somewhere. You got to invest, and I'm all about entrepreneurship. I'm all about black businesses and so forth. But listen, we got some good, phenomenal events that's coming up for the mailroom. Stay connected on all platforms. The mailroom 7671. I am Trinette L. Collier. Going to the website and so forth. We y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all ain't on this, I ain't even gonna say bandwagon, but if y'all ain't rolling with us,
this campaign, this movement,
it's
elevation.
Yes, elevation. Yeah. You can't get mad at nobody because we ain't giving no discounts. I'm sorry. I'm trying to plan a trip for me and my family next year. Y'all posting all y'all pictures. Okay, y'all traveling and all that. I got a passport too, but I'm saying it takes sacrifice.
Shoot, my homeboy just bought a jet ski. I'm trying to get me a jet ski too and hit the waters, man. Like y'all playing, man. Right. Let's all get it.
Let's all get it. So listen, stay tuned next week, same time, same place, right here, live on 101 TKO Radio. It's the mailroom. Thank you so much, Lemon, at 52 for coming by. I cannot wait to have both you and your wife to come in. Yeah. And we're going to do this elevation.
Yeah, this definitely had to be a part 2.
Yes, part 2. Thank you so much, Nelson, for being on the ones and twos. LaRon, I will see you next week and see you soon. Until next week, y'all, we are out. It's the mail room live. Peace.
Peace.